Hello, I'm Namrata, sharing my views on women on Women's Forum and platform. I sincerely believe that behind every successful woman is a tribe of other successful women who empower and uplift her, support her basically. This decade has seen so many firsts. It is a very good period for women who have been in top positions in many fields like no other decade I've seen, be it politics, entertainment, fashion, sports, education, entertainment, and name it, a woman pilot who's actually for the first time who's taken part in the fly past at the Republic Day parade. Our government and NGOs are making all efforts for creating women empowerment. They're doing lots of efforts, but sadly, it's going to take a sustained effort and a Herculean effort, I might say, to empower women fully. The abilities of a woman in decision making in every household, whether it's finance, education, you know, even marriage at times, and other household activities, always takes a backseat because she's always considered as an inferior being to the man of the house, that she's not capable enough, whether however educated she's supposed to look after the home and the hearth, the elders, the kids, the house. So it's always been like that. And I feel the main cause of a woman being so backward is a woman herself. For instance, you see in every household, um, whether it's a mother-in-law, sister-in-law, or other relatives of the house, a woman requires support to run a house, and when she does not have the support of the women immediately surrounding her, it becomes difficult for her to operate. And the main cause of a woman's backwardness is other women. If they're supported, helped her, okay, she's got so much on her shoulders, and let me contribute by helping her out. But no, it doesn't work that way. For instance, I spoke to my household help, and though she's the one of the main sources, she's a main breadwinner of the family who looks after the house, earns for them, manages the household right from morning to night. She's slogging, but she's treated like an outcast by her mother-in-law and sister-in-law and other relatives of the family who treat her worse than an animal. She has no position in the house, no decision making, and the demeanor of talking to her. So she says that I've got nothing to motivate me as such. It's only because of my children that I have to, you know, continue working and staying with them. So there are lots of instances like this. It's not one. And because, the cost of living has gone up. So obviously a woman is supposed to contribute, especially, households living below the poverty line. The women has to look after the house, the elders, the children, there are a lot of, it's too tough on a woman actually. And rarely will you find a man who's helping in the household. Okay, like he says, I'm earning, so I need rest after I come back from a day's work. But does a woman always anytime complain ki, oh, I've been so busy the whole day, from I've got up before dawn, and I've been also working outside and I have to look after the house. But she is not supposed to complain. She cannot say anything. No, it's your job. And also, I remember, this great divide between the girl and the boy starts right from the inception. In fact, when a girl is, born, a girl child, she said, okay, you feel grateful. Some of the households, in fact, I would say maybe Rajasthan, Haryana, that, okay, I brought you, not, these two cities, there are other places also. They say, okay, now I brought you into this world. Be thankful. It's a favor to you since you're a girl child. We could have, actually, decided to abort you, but since you're in this world, so you'll learn how to live according to our rules. And yes, if you're spending lots of money on your brother's education, it's not necessary that you should get educated. No, you please learn the household activities, since your ultimate goal in life is getting married, nothing else. And you have to look after other household I mean, as soon as you get married, you have to look after in-laws and bear children. So what will you do with so much of education? Your ultimate goal is your home and the heart. So she's born with such challenges in life. So it's so difficult for her, you see. And I remember, that mindset is already built, okay, that a girl is supposed to be. In fact, even if you see the toys, a girl is given a doll and a boy is given a train, so right from the inside, why can't boys, play with the dolls, or girls, have a, railway that with all those railway bogies and all that? Why can't she have a different building set or something? No, it's only for the boys, because ultimately he has to become an engineer or a doctor. And no, the girl has to be playing with the beads and dolls. So that mindset has always been there. And though a sex determination test, in fact, I remember female feticide is so high in certain places like Haryana and Rajasthan. Though it is banned, mind you, the government has banned this, but secretly it has been going on, whether I'm going to have a girl or a boy. And ultimately the woman starts getting scared, the who's bearing a child. What will my in-laws think if I'm going to have a girl? So she's scared and she goes out and gets her test done. And this reminds me of incidents when I was having my first child almost 30 decades back. And I remember going out shopping with my mom-in-law, and she started buying, stuff which was all blue, 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 and all. So I told her, how come you're buying all blue stuff and all? If it's a child, a girl, that those days the mindset was okay, blue is for boys and pink is for girls. So I told her, how can you, decide it's going to be a boy and buy all blue stuff? So she thought for a while. She said, okay, let's buy pink also, So we bought pinks, and when my daughter was born, ultimately she had a lot of pinks and blues in her wardrobe, pink blankets, pink, covers and dresses, and blue also. So it was a mix of both. But I was just, it just reminded me of this. And also the safety factor these days, because you've seen the crime rate against women has just gone up tremendously and drastically. And ultimately it boils down to, okay, what a woman wears, where she hangs out, whom she speaks to, what she reads, and how long she's been out of the house. All that starts mattering. Okay, she's worn a very short skirt, okay, so the boys will ogle and whistle at her. She asks for it. If she's wearing a low cut blouse, yeah, what is the fault of the boys? If she's wearing such dresses, they'll obviously ogle and whistle at her. That's like taken for granted. A woman is not wearing a dress to impress the opposite sex, mind you. She's just wearing it because we have lots to choose from fashion, the women, and we normally go out, and I feel we go more to impress other women than the opposite sex, right? And in fact, some people just wear it for the fashion's sake. They love to wear such dresses. It suits them, they feel very good in them. So it's not always to impress or to get whistles and cheers, catcalls from boys. That is what they feel. कि अच्छा ये हुआ, it had to happen, she is wearing this sort of dress, what else can you ask for? So these are the small things. I mean, if she's working late, she's in a call center, and then she's surrounded by guys. This had to happen because she's working so late and she's going out and being with guys, that to the whole night. So it's taken for granted the boys can make advances at her and treat her, that she's a slightly thodi si a different sort of girl, she's a cheap girl because she's working the whole night. So that is the attitude which has to change. And that attitude will only change when we women change our attitude towards others. It's not that, okay, like we have to support each other, we have to support other women, and we have to adjust the other women's crown if it's crooked, without telling the world, okay, I'm adjusting a crown. You just go and do it. So it's something like a woman needs another woman's support to go in life, to get empowered. One woman can make a difference, but can you imagine the entire, so many women can just rock the world. So I would like to sign off by saying that a small line of a song which reminded me of, which goes for women to show that actually they are not so delicate as they appear. They're very strong. In fact, I feel women are more emotionally stronger than men. So, कोमल है कमजोर नहीं तो शक्ति का नाम ही नारी है सबको जीवन देने वाली मौत भी तुझसे हारी है कोमल है कमजोर नहीं कोमल है कमजोर नहीं। थैंक यू। जय हिंद। नमस्कार।